Is this thing on?
Can everybody hear us? I sure hope so, because we have a lot to talk about.
Welcome to our podcast, Unapologetically Mixed Up. I am Kelly, and this is
Mike.
This is not a one-size-fits-all podcast. We will be discussing multiple different topics, from mental health, marriage,
And don't forget the sports.
animals, and more. There are going to be real, raw, and emotional episodes where we show you our most vulnerable moments. Follow us and our guest on this crazy ride we call life.
And don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and our email address is unapologeticallymixedup@gmail.com.
Hey everybody, it's Olive Oil.
And Kelly.
Mike's dead. We murdered him.
Yes! No, actually, Daddy's out and about today, so it's just us. And we have not a fucking clue.
What we're doing.
Nope, not at all. All right, so this next episode is going to be about ex-best friends. Olive, do you want to start it? No? She's shaking her head no.
No.
Okay, so this episode is going to be about ex-best friends that we thought were like family and true friends, like we would have them until like the nursing home days. So.
Right. We all have one of those.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's going to be a good one, guys.
It is. You want me to go?
Yeah?
Okay.
You tell yours first.
So I had a childhood best friend, went to grade school, high school together, college together.
No names?
No names.
Okay.
And we had first became friends in grade school, I think in 5th grade. And I was like obsessed with becoming her friend when I was in 4th grade. And she wouldn't give me the time of day. Like she would not talk to me.
Kind of like what happened with us.
Yeah. And then in the 5th grade, the only seat open was next to her. And I plopped my big old fat ass down and I was like, hi.
I'm Kelly.
Yeah.
Wanna be
hello. Be my bestie. And from there we were best friends for a very, very long time.
And then what happened?
And then what happened? Oh God, my butt hurt. My butt. I can't even talk. My
back hurt.
Well, how do I say this? So she and I were working for the same company, and she was dating someone at the time that shocked everybody, I think, because this was not her typical type of person. And a situation happened at work where we were no longer working together at this one place. And she sent me a slew of not so nice messages. And
Just randomly?
well, she got removed from the one place because someone had complained. And I kept telling her over and over and over again, like, these are the issues. They're going to kick you out. And then that happened. And then she sent me a slew of very hateful messages, which I still have to this day. Would you like me to read them?
I would love that.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish I would have kept my messages now.
I screenshot them and saved them because they're very bothersome. And you'll see that when I read them off. Might take me a minute to find these.
Okay. I would just like to say that this is extremely awkward because Kelly moved the couches and now I'm looking directly at her. And
Mike did.
I haven't before.
Yeah, Mike moved them.
Normally Kelly's next to me and we're just staring into each other's eyes. What?
Yes, very close, cuddling underneath the blanket.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of this stuff I can't mention because of like where we worked and stuff.
Yeah.
Funny how does not want me to come back. I did nothing wrong there. And then she mentions our boss's name at that time. Put it is not a big deal. Just some people like to nitpick. I know that was all you. That's what you do. You sit on your high horse and judge everyone around you. Maybe if you would spend less time worrying about what other attention and who I'm dating, maybe you could have just looked at the bigger picture, at all I've been through, and just been there for me when I needed it. Fuck you, you miserable bitch.
Oh.
You will be alone with your dogs your whole life. You're dead to me, you stupid bitch. This kind of just jumps all over the place. Oh, shit. Her people are doing you could have a life of your own. Or since you're so involved in what I'm doing, maybe instead of getting mad about me not paying you enough attention, if you were a woman, you would have said whatever you have to Kelly to my face.
If you were a woman. If you were a woman enough.
Right. And not work or anything else. You're no real friend, and who the fuck are you to judge? And let's not forget that you know all my business because you were my best friend. I trusted you with everything and anything. A real friend would listen, give advice, and let it go. It's not your place to make my decisions. You're wrong. Then, the same day, in the afternoon, she messaged me about another place where we worked together, telling me that something was going to be there that night. Nothing bad, though. It was like in regards to... This is so hard for me not to like mention what I do for a living. Like, if you know me, you know what I do. But so yeah. And then randomly, like 2 weeks later, she put, "Can you find something better to do than talk about me, especially to my mother?" Shakes my head. What the fuck is your problem? And I never talked to her mother about that or anything.
What?
So
did you ever respond to her messages?
Never responded. And I mean, I told her for a very long time, for weeks, for months, like, this is what they're complaining about. You need to fix this. Think about who's over that house. They will report you. And that is exactly what happened in the end. So how is that my fault? How is that my fault? And then she ended up either quitting or getting fired from that job. I want to say she got fired from that job. And then she got fired for some of the same reasons I was telling her to stop what she was doing, because they were going to catch on. Mm-hmm. And then after that happened, she went to several more places, and I heard along the way, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but that she was fired for basically the same reasons. And that person that she was with then, she's still with now.
How long ago was this?
That was 2015.
Okay.
She became everything she hated.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. It's still very sad when I think about it.
And you haven't spoken since?
Nope. Because when you come down to that level and you say all those hurtful, mean things, you can't come back from that, because that's not a true friend in the end.
Not at all. Maybe she thought that because you were pointing out those things that she needed to fix, that you were the person that told on her or something, or for whatever reason, that you were the reason that she got fired.
Nope. And that I'm glad you brought that up, because it was not me that said anything to our boss. It was the person that was over the house. And then I was called because I was the main person going in there. So, I'm not jeopardizing my reputation, my job, my paycheck to save your ass when I've warned you numerous times. And now it's kind of funny.
And you can't say what she was doing on here? Tell me after, because I want to know. I
will. And it's kind of funny because, like, all those hateful things she said, like, I'd be alone for the rest of my life, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not. I found the love of my life several years later. Yes, I still have dogs, but I'm not a miserable bitch with them.
You also have cats.
Yes, and I also have cats. We have a house.
Yeah.
I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm not miserable.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting on a high horse anywhere. I just say what is on my mind and how it is, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't have time for that. I have no patience for that.
Some people can't handle that, so she might have she couldn't handle it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's sad because I became very, very close with her kids. Like, I considered myself to be their aunts.
Yeah.
I was there for every single birth. I was there for her through a lot of things that happened without saying too much when really nobody else was and people were judging her.
Yeah.
I was there being her little cheerleader, and all it took was this one guy.
Isn't that how it always happens?
And it's insane. It is insane because he was not her type, and he was just...
And they're still together.
They are still together.
Wow. Is he the father of her kids?
One child that I've never met.
Okay. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Does she still live here in the area, you know?
Yes. Yep.
So how do you feel about it now? Like, do you find yourself missing her as a friend?
Not anymore. No.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm over it. But like certain things, because she was a huge part of my life.
Right.
Like I was with her almost every single day. We worked together. I was always over at her house. We were always doing something. I was always with the kids. She took several trips out of the country, and I watched her fucking kids. But I'm a miserable fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But I wasn't then to watch your kids. You
Right.
trust me with their life. But then it took him for her to say that I was a miserable bitch.
How long after they had gotten together did this happen?
So this all went down in July of 2015. They got together several months prior. And then it all just kind of blew up.
Interesting.
I met him like once or twice in garbage of the garbage. Like I said, she went into this type of lifestyle that she used to hate because she was kind of put through some of this stuff as a younger child. And we used to like not make fun of people that had that lifestyle, but be like, what the fuck? Like,
Right.
wake up. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Like, how ridiculous is that? You know what I mean? And now here you are, scarring your 3 children. I can't speak on the 4th because I don't know. And I don't know. And I've not seen the kids since. It's a fucked up situation.
That's really sad. I wonder if, you know, him coming into the picture, if like when he met you, he didn't like you or something.
Oh, I don't think he did.
And then so he's putting these things in her head.
It's possible. He is definitely a manipulative person and abusive.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that explains why she's still with him.
Yes.
She can't.
She can't
Get
break
out.
that
Yeah.
bond, the trauma bond that we all know well,
All too well.
all too well, all too well. When Mike and I are driving around and I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, I did that with, or, oh, that reminds me of, you know, and it always goes back to her because I was with her 24 fucking 7.
Yeah.
And
So you're coming up on, oh my God, you said it, your friendship ended in 2015? Mm-hmm. Mine did too. 2015.
what month?
I don't know the month. After summer.
there you-
After summer. I don't remember the exact month. But yeah, that was the year for friendships to end, apparently.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And we didn't even know each other.
No.
So why don't you tell us about yours?
Okay. It's a doozy. So I met her. Where did I meet her? I think we met at like a summer camp type thing. Like,
Not the summer camp.
yeah, like because my parents worked and I was too young to stay at home, so they would like take me to like the YMCA or
Yeah,
whatever, and they'd
okay.
have like a little summer camp there, and we'd go on field trips and.
I thought you
Whatever.
were like talking like summer camp, like you're living there for several weeks.
No.
Okay,
don't
I know what
else
you're
to
talking
call
about.
it, but like you're just there for the day like you would be at school because your parents are working.
Yes, I went to one of those as well.
Yeah.
Because my dad didn't know what to do with me.
Yeah. So I met her there. And then we also went to the same school together. So when I met her, I want to say I was going into 6th grade. So I was going into middle school. We became friends, went to the same school. She was a year older than me, a grade higher than me. And then she's actually part of the reason that I was able to go to the high school that I went to, because she went there and I was able to go with her and shadow her one day and see what like a day was like. And then, so we ended up, going to the same high school. She ended up, leaving though and moving up towards Cleveland. I won't say the exact city, but she moved up towards Cleveland.
Why? Did her parents move her?
Yeah, her parents were divorced. I think her mom moved. I don't know. I don't remember the exact reason why she moved, but
Okay.
so she left, but it was one of those like friendships that, you guys would talk on the phone and then you'd talk for hours and it would be like you haven't been apart at all, But she was going to be like my maid of honor. Like,
Oh, Jesus.
she was my best friend in the whole world.
Right.
And so she met a guy. Shocker.
It's always the guy.
Yeah. And so I would go up and see her and like spend time with her. I'd like go to her place and stay the night or whatever. She ended up having a child, not with this guy. And I was the child's godmother and was like, an aunt to her, whatever. So she gets with this guy and, she started like partying a lot. And so I had left my, abusive relationship and I got into the partying. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to say it.
It's hard to word this shit, isn't it?
It really is. Okay. So we were very close. Like me and her boyfriend, like we were all very close friends. Mm-hmm. And even before I had left the relationship that I was in, my boyfriend at the time, like we would go places as couples and like do things together and like we like stay in a hotel together, like in separate rooms. So like we all hung out,
Right.
And then like my friendship with them continued even after, I left my ex. And then one fateful day, we spent the day just like, just partying all day, drinking, smoking weed.
Is this where you would dab and think that you were with Dancing with the Stars?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you like how
Yeah.
I just think back to that one episode we did and you were like, and I thought I was the best dancer ever.
That was it. That was when
Okay.
my little hippie phase. And, yeah. So when I say all day, I mean like it was like an all day thing. We would just like, it was like nonstop, like just drinking and smoking all day. And then they ended up, throwing a party there. And
That
so
same day?
Same day in the evening.
Jesus.
So then people came and so like we partied and whatever. Her and him ended up getting into an argument. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have not told a lot of people about this, so this is very hard for me to say out loud because I don't even like talking about it. So they got into an argument and she went back. This was at his place. She went back to his room and was like crying, like laying on his bed crying. So I went back there with her to comfort her. And so she's like crying on me and like, all upset, whatever. And I think, at this point, she was calming down and we had like fallen asleep. Mm-hmm. And then I just remember like waking up and it's like the middle of the night, but I don't know how much time had passed between, when I first got in there to when I woke up. And so some of the people that were at the party were still there, and they were like their good friends or whatever. So they come in and we're all like chatting and laughing or whatever, but like we're very drunk. And so like we continue to drink. And
I could never, even when I was younger,
yeah.
there's no fucking way. One drink and I'm done.
Oh,
I'm a lightweight.
I am too now. Well, and I was then too, but anyway, so I don't remember much. I just remember, 1 minute these other people are in there and then the next minute they're not. Mm-hmm. So then it's just me, her, and her boyfriend. And I remember him like pouring drinks and saying, like have one more or something, like being pushy. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm surprised my head was still on my shoulders, just like flopping around. I was so drunk.
Right.
And high and whatever. So, we drank the whatever drink that he poured. Mm-hmm. And, the next thing that I remember is, being kind of in and out of, him invading my personal space. Mm-hmm. And I remember she was involved as well. And
do you remember what she was doing?
She was, I remember her like being more awake, more
With it.
than I was. Mm-hmm. And I think that they thought that this was like a threesome. And I feel like she did it because this is like what he wanted to do, right? And so she wanted to do it for him or please him, whatever. And she also like performed an act on me as well.
I didn't know that.
Yes. And I don't remember this, but she told me about it the next day that he finished in me. So I was like freaking out or whatever. And so when I ended up driving home the next day, I'll start by saying that, the next morning I woke up and I was like, I'm ready to go. Like, let's go. And I don't remember if I drove. I know that we had driven together. Mm-hmm. So her and I had to leave together. And I just remember her kind of saying like, we won't ever talk about this again. And I was just like, mm-hmm, yep, I agree. I did not want to speak of it, like whatever. So and I just remember that like the ride home was very quiet. And
it was just you two?
Yeah, just her and I. And then I don't know. At the time, I don't think I realized exactly I did not realize that this would be considered rape.
Right.
To me, I guess, like a lot of people, I always thought that rape was like an aggressive, like you're being forced and like you're screaming no and like, whatever. It wasn't until, I had a class in college and we were talking about it and we watched like this long video and lecture on like the different kinds of rape. And I remember sitting in the class and being like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You were raped.
Yeah. And I just had this realization. But anyways, I took a Plan B pill after, and the friendship kind of like distanced a little bit after that, but I didn't cut it off right away because like I said, I didn't realize what it was. And I also was stupid at the time, and I had left my boyfriend, so I was feeling alone, and like, I'm like, I don't want to lose my friend too, you know? So there was maybe like, do we need to pause?
No. I'm so sorry. Marley keeps barking and he never does that.
Oh.
That's why I keep looking at the cameras. I don't see anything. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Trying to remember.
That you two had distanced from each other after the whole thing.
Oh, so there were a couple times where I did see them afterwards. One time was I was like into drawing at the time too. And so like I drew her, she wanted me like to draw her a picture for her birthday or something like that. I don't know. So I drew her a picture for her birthday, and she stopped into where I was working, and I didn't realize that he was with her. But
Was he like in the building or out in the car?
he was in the building. So I was working at Panera at the time. So she was like up at the counter or whatever talking to me, and he was like somewhere in the back, like at a table. And I was like, oh, since you're here, because I lived literally 2 minutes down the road. I was like, and I was about to leave. So I was like, since you're here, why don't you just stop by my house and I'll give you the picture that I drew for you. She's like, okay. So I go to my house. She follows me. But again, I still haven't seen him yet.
Right.
And I get to my house. I walk inside, and I still lived with my parents at the time, and I let them know. So she comes up, and who comes in right behind her into my home? Like,
Your safe place.
yeah, for the most part, if
Yeah.
you can call it that, you know. And then I just froze. And at this point, I still hadn't put it together yet, you know, that this guy raped me, right?
So you hadn't had that course yet.
No. But I realized, like, how uncomfortable I felt. And my mom, like, hugs him. Hi. And then my dad shakes his hand. And I remember just standing there like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Freaking out. And
Yes.
I just felt like I wanted to take off my skin and hang it up. That
Yes.
probably was the only time I ever wanted to do that.
Yes.
But they ended up staying for a while.
Jesus.
And we all like talked and like whatever, but like they stayed for a while, and it was uncomfortable. And there was another time, like, listen, when you're young and dumb, there was another time too where we went to what is it called? Nelson's Ledges. And
I've heard of that. Where's that? In Cuyahoga Falls?
no, I don't know exactly where it's at. It's farther out, but like
I've heard of that.
it's like a big hippie fest. And so like we had went there together,
Just you and her or him?
him as well.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is wrong with this girl? She's supposed to be your best friend, and she knew that
Yeah. And
he was making her do it.
so we when you go to Nelson's Ledges, like you can camp there. So we were camping, and
I'm surprised you did that. Oh, God.
And so they fought the whole time, and I just remember like being very uncomfortable. And then she was in the tent sleeping, and I was like, I'm just gonna like sleep in the car, I think. And so I went, and I was like sitting in the passenger seat of the car, and I woke up, and he was in the front seat, just like staring at me. And I remember like getting out of the car and then going into the tent with her. And I don't know if like I told her that he was in the car and like I felt uncomfortable or what it was, but somehow like she knew that he was in the car with me. And so then she's like all jealous and upset because we were in the car together. And I'm like, no, like I was asleep and I woke up and he's there, you know?
Right.
So, but I don't know. They like fought the whole time. And then I think...
Did he ever say why he was in the car with you? Like when they were fighting?
I don't remember. I don't remember. But, yeah, I don't know if that was the last time I saw him, but like, I want to say those were like the only 2 times that I had seen them after that happened. And then, so I had the course and then I realized, you know, what this really was. And I was like, you know what? I need to talk to her about this. And there was before this situation happened, because we were all friends, like we would all text or whatever. This one day I remember he had sent me like shirtless pictures of himself.
Just you?
Just me.
Oh.
And I screenshotted and sent it to her. And I said, I want you to know that like, he sent this to me.
Yeah.
And she got mad at me because he sent me the photos.
It wasn't, okay.
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 So
one of those.
Keep that in mind, right?
Yeah.
So I was nervous to like talk to her about how I'm really feeling about this situation. But I was like, I need to, you know, she's my best friend. Like if there's any possible way of me like moving past this and continuing a friendship with her, I need to let her know.
Right.
So I told her I don't know if it was over the phone or in a text message. But I ended up telling her, you know, I feel as though this is what it was, that it was rape. And, and that's when it exploded. She also sent me messages like your ex-friend sent you.
Oh, yeah. You're fucking miserable.
Called me every name in the book. See you next Tuesday.
Not
BITC, every name in the book.
The dirty C word. That's such a dirty word.
Yeah. Every name in the book. And I remember being at work and my phone's blowing up. And when I tell you, I counted how many messages there were. Over 200 messages. Over 200 messages of her yelling at me, cussing at me, calling me every name in the book, I don't even remember everything. I wish I would have kept the messages.
I wish you would have too.
Just bizarre.
I only got a handful.
I think, and she had told me this or whatever, that she was bipolar. So I'm sure that played a part in, you know, why there were so many messages. But yeah, it was insane. And that was via text. And I think I did respond to the messages, but I don't remember what I said. I think I just like, you know, ended the friendship at that point.
Right.
But she continued to message, and then she would
the
message
same day or like days
even days after. And then like she'd message me on Facebook, all like hundreds of messages.
That was her guilty conscience.
Yeah. Well, she was telling me that it was not rape, and like that if it was, then I wouldn't have sucked his dick. And I'm like, that did not happen. Like, I know for a fact that didn't happen. It couldn't have happened.
Right.
Okay. I was like a dead fish.
Yeah.
Okay. It couldn't have happened.
Correct.
So she's making up lies to make herself feel better. Yeah. And she had threw in there about like him sending me the shirtless messages or whatever. I don't know if she thought I wanted him and this was my way to get him. I have no idea.
I want to know what he looks like.
I'll show you.
Can you want to name drop him? You know what just, when I said that to you, you know what just played in my head? Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
Finish him.
Yes.
Steer clear of. He has the same name as your husband, we'll say.
Oh.
Um,
Give me the last name. I'll name drop. He's a fucking piece of shit, whoever he is.
yeah, he is. So I'm trying to think, because this, like I said, this happened in 2015. This is like almost 10 years ago.
So she's messaging you nonstop, basically, on all social media. How long did that last? Like weeks, months?
No, I don't remember how long. I would say maybe just like a couple days, probably. And I think there was a couple times where she just randomly would send me like
The randoms.
like she's thinking about it and she sent me a message or whatever. It got to the point where I just wouldn't respond ever. I wouldn't say anything back.
Yeah.
And then she started messaging me randomly, apologizing for, you know, speaking to me the way that she did and, you know, kind of wanting to mend our friendship or whatever. And I said no.
Yeah.
I said that's not going to happen. Like we're never going to be friends. Well, fast forward to today. They are no longer together.
Good.
She is now in what seems like a happy relationship with someone else, and she just had a new child with him. And her and I, maybe, I don't know if it was maybe like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, maybe, we did exchange some messages.
But she started them.
I think
I
so.
remember that.
She started them. And I did respond this time. And I don't even really remember how the conversation went, but it was really weighing heavy on me and I was missing her a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think I told her that I missed her or whatever, but like, you know, we would never have a friendship.
Right.
And I told her that I wanted to have a conversation about it. Like I wanted to talk to her and like tell her what I remember because I was never able to go into like detail or anything. Mm-hmm. And her response, I knew that she still, I don't know if like blamed me is the right thing to say, but like, I guess she wasn't where I would need her to be in order to receive what I'm trying to tell her.
Right.
I could tell from her response that that's how it was. I think she said she was open to talking to me. I don't remember if she said she wasn't ready to talk to me or if I wasn't ready. I think maybe I said I wasn't ready, but like once I am, like I would like to have a conversation with you. And I think we had kind of planned on it, but it never actually happened.
Yeah.
And then it just got to the point where now I don't feel like I need to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it is what it is. I am content with, you know, where my life is and that she's not in it. It is very sad. Mm-hmm. And I do at times miss her, but I just know that, it would just be a toxic place for me.
Absolutely.
So
She's not trusted.
no.
You can't trust her.
No. And I don't know, for someone that you're so close with that like to say the things that she said to me or like the
And
things
so
that your
quickly.
friend- yeah.
Just to fire him out. That's what blew my mind.
yeah.
Because I'm like, have you been thinking this the whole fucking time?
Exactly.
Have you
Like,
just...
where did it come from?
Yeah, you've had these thoughts to be able to make those things fly out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can pull up her messages because on the most recent ones, because I don't know. I know I don't have the old ones and I wish I would have kept them, but okay. So she messaged me in October of 22 and said, "Hi, I've been thinking about you a lot. lately. I've been very happy to see your life has been full of blessings. You deserve it. Anyways, was wondering if you were interested in maybe talking. I respect your decision regardless. Just figured I'd reach out and let you know I'm thinking of you. And then she put her number. And I didn't say anything back. And then she responded, or she like replied to my engagement pictures with my husband that I posted and said, these are incredible. And I said, thank you. And then she would send me like a couple random messages responding to me, like my stories that I posted.
So was she following you on Instagram?
At this point, yes, but she hadn't for a long time.
Oh,
like, we
okay.
didn't follow each other. And when she did follow me a couple years ago, I had followed back. I was like, okay, I will follow you back. To like kind of meant like I don't want there to be animosity, you know, so maybe this will ease it.
Yeah. Do you still follow her?
Yes. Let me see. So she had messaged me in response to one of my posts, saying, you know, congrats to like on being engaged. And she had just had her new baby. And I said, congrats on having your new baby. And she actually named her son what I was wanting to name my son, with Adam. But she didn't know this.
Yes, I remember this because you went ballistic.
Because it's not a common name at all.
No.
At all.
But listen,
And
I wanted to
Adam-
name the cat that.
What?
I wanted to name
No,
my...
not that name.
Oh.
Different name.
Oh.
Yeah. And so anyways, Adam wasn't on board with this name, but I liked the name. And so I, you know, congratulated her on her new baby. And I was like, I actually was trying to convince Adam to name our son that, you know, just to like ease the tension maybe.
Right.
And then she's like,
But did she know that you wanted to name her?
No.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
no, because this was not like I've always wanted this name. It just like had come to me. Mm-hmm. And then she named her son. And it's so not common at all. So it's bizarre to me that that's what the name was. But
I remember this. Started with a P?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Why-
bleep it out. Phoenix.
Yes. Yes.
Phoenix was the name.
Do we have to bleep that out?
Yeah, because I don't want her child's name on here.
Okay.
So, anyway, so she's like, you two will have beautiful babies one day. I know you always wanted to be a mother. And then she's talking about, you know, having 2 kids is the best gift that God has given her. Then she says, I hope you've been well. Sorry we never followed up about that conversation. Life has just gotten busy. So I think this was after, okay, so we must have had that conversation prior to then about possibly talking. Mm-hmm. I wonder if when she messaged me and gave me her number, I wonder if I text her. That must have been what happened. When she put her number in there,
Okay.
I must have texted her. Mm-hmm. And that's when I told her I would like to have a conversation, but I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And then we had kind of planned on it, and then it never ended up happening.
Okay.
And I think she said something like, we can either talk in person or whatever. And I was like, I'd rather like just talk on the phone, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know. That was really it. We haven't talked since she congratulated us after we got married, and that was it.
Does she like any of your posts?
Yes.
Do you like hers?
Once in a while, if they're like of her daughter. Mm-hmm. Because I was her godmother and I loved her so much. And I mean, I remember when she was born, and she's like, I don't even know how old now, like 12 or so. Like she's, you know, almost a teenager, it seems like. And she's a beautiful little girl. Mm-hmm. So once in a while, I'll like pictures of her, but I don't always like her stuff. So yeah.
So, do you think her boyfriend liked you prior to this situation happening?
Well, yeah. I mean, now that I look back on it, I'm like, and I know, okay, I know that he cheated on her too, because she had told me that he cheated on her before. And I remember too that before I had the realization that this was rape, I knew that I was uncomfortable. And it was after he had come to my house with her that I had told her, I don't feel comfortable with him, like being around him.
Right.
So like we can hang out and be friends and do things, but like I just don't want to if he's there.
How did she receive that information?
I don't remember. It probably wasn't good.
Right.
But I don't really remember how she took that.
Because then you guys went to Nelson's Ledges or whatever.
Before I told her.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. That
Okay.
was before I told her. I can't remember the timeline.
That's because you were busy dabbing.
Yeah, it was a mess. I was partying too much. I can't remember the timeline. But I remember her because he's in a band.
Of course.
And
of course.
So
Is he still in the band?
I think so.
Oh yeah. I need the deets. I need that information.
So he was doing a music video.
No.
And
no.
she messaged me, and her and I were still friends at this point, but I had already told her I don't want to be around him. She messaged me and said that he was going to do this music video, and one of the girls that he cheated on her with was going to be in the video, and that she was going to be there as well. And so she was uncomfortable knowing that she was going to be in the same place with the one girl he cheated on her with. And so she wanted me to go with her so that she would feel more comfortable. And that was when I had a realization of like, okay, she's not getting what I'm saying.
No.
Like, I don't want to be around him. Why would I want to come?
Right.
You know, so...
And watch a backyard music video get made.
Yeah. And so I told her, like, no, I'm not doing that. I told you I don't want to be around him, and I meant it.
Right.
Not interested. And then she's texting me during, like, oh, this is so uncomfortable, whatever. She ends up becoming best friends with that girl.
Shut the fuck up.
Best friends. They became, and I think they're still friends, but I think the girl moved away, but like they became best friends. And then after her and I's friendship ended, this girl like took my place. They were the best of friends.
They probably had threesomes.
Probably. I don't know.
They probably had threesomes. And what did this girl do in the music video? Did you ever watch it?
I never watched it. No.
Did he ever post it?
I have no idea. I never followed anything with his band or any. I never.
I can't
I
handle
don't know
motherfuckers.
the name of it or anything. I don't. Yeah. So. And then oh yeah. So we were friends with his brother too. And his brother, super, super nice, just complete opposite of him. His brother's gay, and he's just like a nice, happy person. Mm-hmm. And we were friends with him and his boyfriend. And so I remember after my friendship with her ended that I went to dinner with his brother and his boyfriend. And I had told them, kind of a little bit of what happened. Like, I didn't go into full detail, but I told them, like, a little bit. And then I just, like, felt weird after that because I'm like, this is his brother. So this is just kind of weird for me. I don't know.
But he was nothing like his brother.
No.
He probably didn't even like his brother.
I don't know. But I remember, I think we had posted a picture or something, or like they posted a picture of me on like their story. Something like that happened. She saw that we were at dinner together.
Oh, God.
And she sent me messages, like pissed off that like, these are her friends and, blah, blah, blah. I never went to dinner with them again.
Yeah.
So.
Pissed clean off.
Pissed clean off. So, yeah.
Gotta love our ex-best friends.
I know. Oh, and then, cherry on top, after, I broke up with, after all of this happened, I see pictures of her and my ex hanging out.
The first ex?
Yeah, the abusive ex.
No.
Hanging out.
No. Do you think they fucked?
No idea, but it's possible. Yep.
That's disgusting.
Yep.
They probably did.
I don't know.
Were they hanging out when she was still with her ex that did what he did?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
So it would have been after.
Yeah. And then I had talked, my ex and I had like a couple conversations after we broke up or whatever. And I had told him about, again, not all the details, but I did tell him a little bit about the situation. Mm-hmm. And then I found out, I don't remember who I found out from, but I found out from someone that they saw my ex with her boyfriend drinking together and having a good old time, buddy buddy.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. That makes me feel uncomfortable. That makes me want to skin myself. Mm-hmm. That's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. So, there's my ex-best friend story.
Just keeping it in the family.
But I'm sure, he'd sleep with anything that moved, so
Right.
he might have slept with her, even though he was in a relationship at the time. He's a narcissist.
Gotta love those. Got to love those. Yes.
Yep.
Gotta love those. I think we've all come across one once or twice or 10 times in our life.
I know. Have you?
Sure have. Sure have. It was one of my exes.
Oh.
One of my exes. I don't even know how long we were together. What's 2005? So it would have been... I think
2005?
it was like fall. No, it was like summer or fall or like the beginning.
I was 10.
Oh, fuck. I was in my early 20s. God bless
funny.
America. Anyways. Oh, God, I'm old.
I was 10 years old.
But I don't look it and I don't act it.
No.
That's the thing. I act like I'm one. Like I'm a newborn bae right out the badge. Okay. Oh my God. Because I went from my first serious boyfriend, single for a couple months, and then boom, flew right into another long-term relationship. Mm-hmm. And I was not into the like, let's quickly date or like have sex or whatever. Like I was the relationship type of person at that time. And yeah, it would have had to been fall, end of summer, fall. So how many years ago was that?
Well,
Oh, no,
19.
not how many years ago. How, hold on.
20 years ago, Kelly.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
Next year it'll be 20 years.
Next year I'm going to go jump off a bridge. No. Kidding, people. Kidding. Okay. I broke up with him in the fall of 2008. And the only reason I remember that is because I graduated school in November of 2008. So 2008.
High school?
No, bitch. College.
No, you didn't. You did not graduate college in 2008.
Yes.
I hadn't even started high school
I
yet.
can't fucking stand you. Cannot stand you.
I started high school in 2009. Started high school at 13 in 2009.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, wait. 8 minus 5, 3. Fuck. Okay.
She's
Shit.
old. It's been a long time since she's done math.
Whatever, bitch. You were sitting there too. You're like, well, 2005.
I didn't
2000
know what you're trying to calculate.
I never do either. Okay, so
I never do.
I never.
Your country for a minute. I never do.
I never do. Gee willikers. Oh my God. Okay, so we were with each other for 3 years. And God, he lied. Lying to him was just natural, like it is for me to walk about this earth alive.
That is, yep. My
And-
ex, the narcissist, was
Yes.
the same way. It's just like, if you breathe, you're lying.
Yep. He was a good liar too. Like he could have won a Grammy Award.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He could have had the golden statue.
Yeah.
Isn't the Grammy Awards the statues? They're gold, but is it a naked person on there?
I thought it was like oh my God, what do you call an astronaut?
That's MTV. Oh my God. So
don't know.
lying to him was like nothing.
TV.
He was never physically abusive. I wouldn't say verbally abusive, but mentally.
Yeah.
Like he knew how much I cared for him and loved him, and I like evolved my life around him.
Yeah.
And I would have moved heaven and hell and earth and moons and stars and whatever else for him. Like I thought he was the end game.
Yeah.
Which is very embarrassing to say nowadays. I mean, he lied to me. He cheated on me. The mind games that he would play, like he would break up with me for like a couple months and go do whatever he was doing and then come back. And every time I was an idiot and fucking took him back every fucking time. But I will say this, at that time in my life, I didn't feel like I could do any better.
Yeah.
And that this was it. This is the end game. And at least he still comes back to me.
Well, they make you feel that way.
Yes.
They literally make you feel like
Yes.
I am it.
Yes.
It's me or nothing.
Yes.
And I don't know why. And when you're young too, you don't have as much experience
correct.
in life, and you just don't realize that like there are so many people out there.
Right.
This is not the only person.
This is not it. This is not the end game.
No.
But yeah, he was just, and he would like, we'd be in public or be together and someone like really pretty would walk by or like with a banging body or something like that. And he always had something to say about them, but never said anything like that to me.
Like never complimented you, but he was complimenting the people
Strangers,
walking by.
other women. Yeah.
Wow.
He did some work at like bars. That's as far as I'll say it because everybody then will know exactly who I'm talking about. But I remember distinctly several times I would walk in to like visit him or hang out or drink or whatever. And I'd be with my friends or whatever. And I would see him talking to women or being inappropriate with them. And when I would bring this up to him, this is so embarrassing. He would tell me that it was part of his job to make the people happy.
Listen, I am not judging you, Kelly.
And that's a narcissist.
Yes, we have all done stupid things and stayed with people even
Yes.
after they lie and give you stupid excuses for
Yes.
things.
Like looking back on that, that makes me want to skin myself.
Yes.
Like the fuck? Like what?
I literally
What?
Okay.
What a I can't. And when my eyes finally opened up to like what the fuck was going on, it was when I graduated. I had called him. I was so excited, blah, blah. Well, he had the man flu and he didn't feed me back that same like excitement and stuff. I fucking dumped him. I was
Good.
done.
Good. It
But
just takes that realization.
It never ended there.
Does it ever?
No, it never does. Okay. Because, yeah, I regretted it. And then I tried to get back with him, but by that time he was in another relationship. Shocker.
So was he the type too that has to be in a relationship?
Yes.
That was mine. My ex had
Yes.
to be in a relationship.
Yep. Had
Could
to be
not
with somebody.
alone.
Had to be doted on.
Yep.
Had to be with a woman. Blah
Yep.
blah blah. And then like several years went by. He was single. I was single. And stupidly, I hung out with him like one night, then didn't do it again for like 6 months or something. Then because then he went back to his ex and then left her completely, or she left him. I can't remember. And then stupidly, I don't really know what we did for several months. We called it the FWB as in boy.
The FWB.
Friends with benefits.
Was this your only FWB?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like for someone that I dated, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if it was just
Well, like someone that you say like, okay, this is what we are.
yes.
FWB.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I don't know why I'm saying FWB. Friends with benefits.
yes, friends with benefits people. And I thought at first like, oh, I'm like, wow, he has really grown up. Like he is not the same narcissistic asshole, blah, blah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's all a part of the act.
It is. Another Grammy Award.
Yeah. Way to go.
By this time in his life, he should have a whole fucking shelf. A whole motherfucking, a whole fucking semi. That's what he should have.
Whole house full.
A whole house full. And he can just shine them up with his little
Polish 'em.
pretty rag and polish. That's him polishing it. But he was right back to his old games. And I was like,
They just tweak it a little bit. They're like, I'll just tweak it and then
put a little razzle dazzle.
Reel her back in for a sec.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, one night he canceled plans and I was fucking livid.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Oh,
when people cancel plans.
I was so pissed and then I was just fucking done.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Or when people
Toodaloo.
don't show up to your wedding.
Yeah.
Biggest pet peeves.
Listen, bitch, I was in a car wreck. The frame of my Jeep was fucking snapped, okay?
You did it yourself.
I did not. It was on the Sabbath.
She pulled it off.
It was
We're
on the
going to talk
Sabbath.
about this every time I'm on
I know. I can't help on the Sabbath that, 50 fucking turkeys decide to commit suicide on the Lord's
Does
Day.
anyone else believe this story? Because I don't.
You saw the fucking pictures.
Of the car you destroyed, I didn't see turkeys.
How would I have destroyed the back end of my fucking car?
You rammed it. It was
Rammed
your
the
cover
turkeys?
up. You rammed something. It was your
Okay.
cover up
Bye-bye.
story.
No,
Bye-bye.
bitch. No.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. But yeah,
Anyways.
he is the biggest narcissist that I've ever met in my whole entire fucking life. And reeled me in twice. Third time was not a charm because it never fucking happened.
And you look back on it now and you're like, man.
I'm very
if I was-
embarrassed.
Yes.
I'm very embarrassed
Okay.
to think that I put up with that for so many fucking years and just thought the world of him and like that this was the end and I was going to maybe marry him and blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck. Oh my God. If we were still dating, we wouldn't even be still dating or be married. One of us would be dead.
Yeah.
Because we also had two strong personalities.
Yeah.
Both Pisces.
Oh my God. My narcissist ex was a Pisces.
Yes. And when you pair two Pisces together that have the strong, stubborn type of...
I'm sorry, what?
What do you mean?
Stubborn?
Stubborn.
Like one of the way that old ladies say stubborn.
Stubborn. Stubborn ways about us. It just, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, and the best thing ever is that when I ended things in 2008, several months later, I'm going to go ahead and fucking say it. Because fuck this bitch.
Oh, yes. Say it.
Fuck her. You don't even know about this.
Ooh,
Wait.
I love.
Wait about it. My nipples are tickling right now. I'm getting excited. Okay, so he had this married couple. He was friends with the husband first, but then, the wife always comes along or whatever. And
Oh, boy.
we would go out together and she always oogled him. My
Did
man.
what?
Oogled.
What is
like,
oogled?
Like, staring, basically panting, petting the kitty cat. There's this one time we all went out to eat somewhere, and we're all drunk.
Oogled or ogled?
Oogled. What the fuck is ogled?
I don't think it's oogled.
Alexa, what does oogling mean?
Google's name is a misspelling of what the company originally planned to call itself.
Alexa off. Alexa's fucking drunk. Okay, anyways, oogled. She would oogly, googly, boogly him.
We're Googling
We're Googling.
the oogle.
The oogle. And we were at a restaurant, all of us shit-faced, right? And she was rubbing up on him, his thigh and shit. This is what he said. I don't know if this really happened. I never witnessed it. But I did witness how she would like stare at him, pant, and like touch the kitty, right? And like drool all over him. I don't know. I don't know. So.
And you didn't say anything.
No.
To her.
No, because he didn't want me to say anything because he was good friends with the husband still.
Today it would be different.
Oh, today I would have snatched her up by her
like,
fucking...
do you have a problem?
Oh.
I'll give you something to stare at.
Listen. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Woo!
I would have steamrolled the bitch.
Not today's Kelly.
No. But, so yeah, I put up with that. And then, so a couple months after I end things because let's go back to that real quick because he's such a narcissist that he refuses to believe that I ended it this time and always has.
Pause. We're going to see how Google pronounces it.
Ogle. Ogle.
Oogle.
No, ogle.
No. Bitch.
Ogle.
No.
We're both wrong because it's not oogle and it's not ogle, but it's ogle. O-G-L-E, not O-O-G-L.
Oogled. Oogly googly.
Ogled.
Oogle. People, let us know.
I know. Write in, please, and
Yes.
let us know if it's oogled or ogled.
Or goggles. So, several months later, I was on Facebook and I saw that he had posted something, wasn't in regards to me or anything like that, but then she made a nasty comment about me on one of his statuses. And I thought,
What did she say?
something about, it was in regards to like, aren't you glad you're out of that crazy relationship or you're away from that crazy bitch or something like that.
Oh my God.
Dude, I wanted to come through that fucking screen and tell her about her fucking self and her stupid ass. I wish I could drop her name right now. I really want
Do
to.
it. Drop it.
No.
Drop it like it's hot.
I can't drop it like it's hot anymore. My knees are too old. But she was a
What does it rhyme with?
See you next Tuesday.
What's her name rhyme with?
All night binger.
What?
Binger.
Well, that's cryptic because I would never know what.
What color is one of my cats?
Shut up. That's her name?
Yep.
She's a stripper.
No, I don't think she's ever been one. But I will tell you this. She is fucking crazy.
Well, if that's your name, is she one?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then that checks out.
Yep. Check mark that box.
Wow.
But there was just so many things he did and said and played games.
Do you want to hear my most embarrassing thing
Yes.
with my ex? I don't know if I've told you this or not, but I feel like I have. I had to have. When I say that we all do the stupidest things, staying with people and believing, I think I told you this. So he would cheat on me all the time.
And you knew about it then? Or did you find out about it all after?
It would usually be after. Like, I didn't know, well...
No, I mean, like, after the whole relationship was done.
No.
So you knew while it was...
Some of it.
Amen, sister. So did I.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of it I found out about after, but no, yeah, I knew about some of it during. So we had like a little break and he got with this girl and I don't even know how long it was, maybe like a month or something, like very short term. And him and I, you know, started back up again. And I went to his house and, you know, we did the deed. And this was like maybe, I don't know, like a couple days later, him and I go and we're like sitting down at a table, I don't know, having coffee or something.
Having coffee or something.
Yeah, we were like at like a bookstore, like having coffee. And
Jesus. Not the fucking bookstore.
yeah. And that's where our love blossomed.
Is that where you met him?
No, but we would meet at a bookstore by my house all the time. Anyways, so
Okay. This explains a lot.
so we're sitting there and I get a message on Facebook from this girl. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I know you don't know me, but I almost said his name. Blank and I were like involved or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I was at his house last night and I found a cardigan, like a sweater, a cardigan.
Oh, okay.
And he said it was yours from when you guys were together.
Mm.
Was it yours? And then she said, and mind you, I'm sitting at the table with this man who's got a busted lip. And I'm like, I had asked him, you know, what happened to your lip? I don't even remember what he said, but some lie.
Yeah.
And she's like, when I found the cardigan, I punched him.
Yes, girl, get it. Knock him the fuck out.
Right. So, cardigan wasn't mine, you guys. Wasn't mine. So now I know that he just slept with me. He just slept with her.
And he
And-
slept with Cardigan.
Cardigan girl. Okay?
Did you ever find out who Cardigan girl?
Nope. Oh. So then she says, I also want you to know he gave me chlamydia.
No, not the clap. Not the...
Yep. And said he got it from you.
No. No.
Mind you, he was the only person that I had ever been with at the time.
Oh my God.
So baby girl, he did not get it from me.
No.
And I just like, I like slowly put the phone down and like look up at him. Back in the day, I was not how I am now. Okay? So I was very upset, but I wasn't like drag you out.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Now, all of today, it would have been a whole different.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yes.
But back then, I was just like, oh my God,
Yes.
my heart, you know?
The love of my life.
Yeah. But I was livid, right? Mm-hmm. And so he's like, his face was like a ghost. He's like, what? What's wrong? And I just like slowly pushed my phone over and showed him the message. Mm-hmm. And he's reading it. And he looks defeated. And then he goes, well, I know you didn't give me chlamydia. And I was like, well, where'd you get it? This man says.
No. Urinal. Doorknob.
This man says that because him and his brother would share clothes all the time,
God, no.
that he wore the same underwear that his brother had worn and he didn't realize it. And that's how he got chlamydia. And myself sitting there, I recognized this was the only time I think that I like genuinely knew this man was lying to me because he was such a good liar.
Yeah.
That this lie was so stupid that I'm like, obviously you're lying.
Right.
And I knew it was a lie, but I was so stupid that I stayed with him.
No, you stayed with him after he quote unquote wore his brother's pantaloons.
Correct.
No, bitch. No, no.
We stayed together.
Did he give you the clap?
No.
Thank
by the
God.
grace of God, by the grace of the Holy Jesus, I never got it.
Amen.
Never got it.
Did he ever get treated?
He said yes. He
Okay.
said he did, and he must have.
Yeah, because otherwise he would
Because
have.
I would have gotten it. You know, I went and got checked right after, and I didn't have it, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Praise the good Lord!"
Right.
But no, I stayed with him, and we continued on our shenanigans. And
Did you wear the girl's cardigan?
no, I never saw the cardigan.
Damn it. Who are you, cardigan girl?
Yeah, but if anyone else is a Swiftie, Taylor Swift has these 3 songs. Okay, it's about the story of this couple in high school, and the guy cheats on the girl, and so like the 3 songs tell the story from like each person in the relationship's perspective.
You need to send me these.
The girl that got cheated on, the guy that cheated, and the girl that was cheated with. And there's a song called Cardigan. One of the songs is Cardigan. Yes, I'm not even kidding you. One of the songs is freaking Cardigan.
That is fantastic.
And it makes me think of like this situation. I'm like, oh my God, I'm living this, or I was living this story.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But that was my, probably the stupidest thing I did was stay with him after that. And I won't say I believed him because I knew he was lying, but I think I made him think I believed him.
Yeah.
Where I was like, okay, whatever. But like,
The dick cheese just rubbed off from my brother's to mine. Oh. So I found it interesting you said that when you guys had your breaks, he would go out and do stuff with other women. Was that every time? Like, how many breaks did you guys have?
I don't remember. I don't think, maybe just the one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think just the one because I had like went on a couple dates with a guy that was older than me at the time, and then I was like, no, I just don't feel the way about you that I do about him, So it didn't work out. But yes, I think that was the only break that we had. But like, it took us a while to like get together,
Right.
like officially. Yeah, and then I didn't find out who Cardigan Girl was, but I found out Cardigan Girl. But I found out where he got the chlamydia.
Who? From the girl that told you?
No. So
From his dad's underwear?
So him and I were still together at this point, right? My friend and I go out. We're out on the town, and we went back to this girl's.
Hi, Michael. Michael's home. Daddy!
How dare you interrupt our podcast?
Daddy.
You guys are recording and talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we want you to keep this, but you have to actually bleep out a couple
Names we threw in there.
Yeah, I've taken note.
So,
You're welcome.
sorry guys, Michael's not dead.
Yeah.
We did not actually murder him.
Are you going to pee?
Yes.
Do you want me to shake it?
Ew, Kelly.
If we weren't recording this right now, I would be up his anus watching him urinate.
I am going to ask Adam that next time.
I always ask Mike that. I'll get up like right behind him and I'll be like, oh yeah, do you want me to shake it for you when you're done?
I'm going to ask Adam that tomorrow.
Or I'll gently glide just my fingertips up his crack.
Ew, what?
Never a dull moment in this marriage. Okay, so how did he get the clap?
Yeah, so my friend and I, we were out on the town, and we went back to this girl's place that we went to high school with. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, they were having like a little party there or whatever. And I think didn't I just tell you this story?
No. If you did, I mean, I'm old.
Okay. So we go back there, and she spoke Spanish. And this will play a part.
I was just going to ask.
This will play a part later in the story.
Okay.
So we go back there, and her little sister, we were all just like hanging out, whatever, drinking. And her little sister comes in, and she didn't knew
me. She didn't knew me or oogle.
she didn't know me. And she didn't know who I was dating, right? Mm-hmm. So she comes in, her little sister comes in, and she's talking to her about my boyfriend. And saying that, he slept with this girl who has chlamydia, and she got chlamydia from this guy, and she was sucking this guy's dick, and like just all this. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay.
Oh.
And she's like, and you kissed him, to her sister.
Oh, no. Did you know that?
Nope.
Why is the little sister doing this right in front of everybody?
Well, it was, I don't know. It wasn't like, it was loud because there's like music and whatever. And, anyways, so yeah, she said this to her. So then she like slowly looks over at me because her sister knows that we are dating.
Yeah.
And so she like freaks out, and then she starts talking to her sister in Spanish. And then her little sister that came in and spilled the beans then looks at me, freaked out, and then she leaves. And so the one girl that she said that he got chlamydia from, I had asked him about in the past. Because I had seen her around, and I was like, did you ever sleep with her? Because he slept with everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Okay. So when I went to his place, the next time I saw him or whatever, the next day, I don't know when it was, went back to his place. And I told him what I found out, what I heard. And I was like, so did you? Because you told me you didn't.
Right.
And he's like, I did. And I was like, okay. Great.
Wow.
Yeah. And I stayed with him.
No. No, you didn't.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
I did, Kelly.
For how long?
I don't remember. I don't know the time frame.
Oh my God.
I don't think it was too much long, but like months, maybe. But like,
I cannot.
I know.
We are so fucking stupid.
so stupid.
But now we're married.
And if like, when I've told Adam some of these stories, he's like, he can't comprehend, like he cannot wrap his head around like how I could have stayed.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't understand it.
Yeah. Neither does my husband.
Yeah.
With mine. He just kind of looks at me like,
Even same thing with
Like
the
what?
ex-best friend, and like how I was able to continue to see her after that, or
Yep.
see her
Yeah.
boyfriend after that.
Yeah.
Like, he just can't understand.
it's because we were not, I think it's all the fucking carbs we had. We were, because my eyes, like I'm ready to
Like,
pluck my
ready for
contacts
bed.
out. I'm going to have to here in a minute. We were not the strong, badass bitches that we are now.
No, it would be so different now.
Yes. Because what I learned from that relationship in particular is not to put up for or with being treated like that.
Yeah.
Like I never will again. Like if Mike started doing that shit tomorrow, bye, gone.
Yep.
Your Sunday special. Do
You're
you want to be hamburger or sausage or mixed? Because fuck you.
It's the last choice you'll ever make.
Yeah. I cannot stand motherfuckers when you bend over backwards for them, whether it be friends or relationships or whatever, and it's not received back in one way or another.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yep. Do you think yours has changed? Even like today? Do you think he's different?
Oh, no.
Same.
No. I think he's still doing the same old shit just from stuff that I've heard. And,
Mine too.
I don't think that there was any growth there at all, which is sad.
It's very sad.
Very, very sad. But I don't see any growth because each time we would split up or take a break, his doing, the first time around, he would go out and do whatever the fuck he wanted to do and whoever he wanted to do. Then he would lie about it and say, oh, no, I didn't do that. But I knew that he did it because I was finding that shit out. He didn't know that I knew that. So some stuff I found out after we broke up the first time that I did not know, that floored me.
Yeah.
But yet I still pined after this man. Like, why? And now I have a husband that treats me like gold. Deals with all my little noises and quirks and, you know, blowouts that I have, like just blowing up at him. And
Yeah.
but now we know why I acted that way.
But I still don't know the why of like, why did we stay? You know, I still don't know that.
I mean, I told you, I know that I felt that this was all I could do.
Yeah. That's
Like-
definitely part of it. I don't know.
Like, I was so in love with this man, and
Was
like
he your first love? Or you said he was your second?
he would have been my second. Because the first one was, you know, the cheerleader. But now looking back on that, that wasn't, what the fuck was that? That wasn't love.
Yeah.
That was just, I don't know what the fuck that was. Hot Mess Express.
Mine was my first, and I did love him. Mm-hmm. I don't think he really loved me,
Yeah.
you know, because like now I see what it's like to have someone that does love you.
Yes.
And I also see that like he has acted the same way with me, good and bad. Mm-hmm. Like even the good that he gave me, he's given to so many other people.
Yes.
And that's how he's able to like reel them in. So to me, that's not love. You know, that's just part of your manipulation.
Yes.
But it's the same for him. Like from what I've heard, he has not changed. Mm-hmm. He's still the same.
Yeah.
And there was, I found out he was dating this girl that we had went to high school with. And I think that they're broken up now, last I heard, but I don't really know. But I think it was something like her grandpa passed away or something. And I guess like he made it all about himself and like wasn't really there for her. And literally the exact same thing happened with him and I. Like my grandpa, my dad's dad, he passed away when him and I were dating. And I was with him, like physically with him, when I found out that he passed. Mm-hmm. And so my mom was talking to him, and she's like, take her back to your place with you. You know, don't let her drive if she's too emotional. Like, let her stay there for a little bit, and kind of like, because I had never lost anyone before. Mm-hmm. And I was very emotional. And so we went back to his place, and he ended up, you know, forcing himself on me.
Oh.
And then afterwards said, I thought that this would make you feel better. I thought that this would be like, you know, what you wanted.
No.
Yeah. After my grandpa passed away. And I just kind of like remember rolling over and just crying. So then hearing that like he made the girl he's with now, like my grandpa passed away in 2013, I think. Mm-hmm. So it's been 11 years. 11 years. And like you're doing the same thing. You know, you're making the person that you're with and her loss all about you.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
But that's a true narcissist.
Yeah.
Mine did the same thing. Not like that scenario.
Right.
But, you know, always made it about him.
Yeah.
One way or another. Mm-hmm. There was never like an emotional connection. Not like what I had with Mike. Mm-hmm. Like if I was still with him and how I've been acting the last couple of years, like on my mental health journey, having like the breakdowns and stuff like that, he would have left me in the dust and never looked back.
Yeah.
Because it's all about him.
Did he ever have like mental health issues? Any struggles?
Nothing that he was open with, but I know, yes, I would say yes. Not like depressed or anything like that. Like I don't want to put his business out, but it was, I think he had his own issues with certain family members.
Mine definitely depression and would like threaten suicide.
Oh, no, I
all the
never dealt with that.
time. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very, very depressed. And I think like he still is for sure.
He's probably not medicated. Was he medicated
No.
then?
And I don't think he is now either. I don't know because I actually did hear from someone that he's in therapy. So, and that is wonderful.
Yes.
Truly wonderful. And I hope that that's true. And I hope he continues and I hope it's beneficial.
Yeah.
But narcissists, ex-best friends,
Gotta love it.
rapists.
Right. Drop his name.
I can't. Because then people will go look him up and see what he looks like and do it. No.
I need that Mortal Kombat. Alexa, can you play Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat by the Immortals on Amazon Music.
He's copyright, copyright. What the fuck? Did you say you're white? You're white. You're white. You're white.
Why does it say you're white? You're white. This is what I was picturing. That. Alexa off.
I don't even know what that just was.
Is that what it says? You're white. You're
I
white.
have no idea what that is. You're white.
You're white. You're white.
In case you didn't know.
Mortal Kombat. Oh God. Oh fuck.
I will show you a picture of him so then the pod can get your reaction.
Okay. I'm gonna have to pluck my fucking contacts out of my eyes. Do you wear contacts?
No.
Do you have 20/20?
I don't know.
You've probably never been to an eye doctor, have you?
I have. Okay. He didn't have long hair back then. So, like, he doesn't have a lot of pictures on here. But if you scroll down, the picture where he's sitting like this is what he looked like back in the... Oh, it's...
Bitch, why couldn't you reach?
I was stuck under the mic.
Oh no. No. Is he gay now? You said he had a gay brother?
Correct.
Yeah. What's that one singer, Boy George or George Boy?
I don't know.
Boy George?
Boy
It's the carbs. Boy Boy George.
I've heard the name, but I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pissed off we can't do a side by side because no. What is this? The fuck? He reminds me of Boy George. I almost said it wrong again. Oh, wait.
Oh, don't play the music.
Wait, I'm
What are you doing?
trying to get it off the fucking screen.
I'm glad I'm on my fake account.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna look up Boy George for you. Is he with a man or a woman now?
I don't know. He doesn't post a lot. There's no women on here, but he's not gay. What? They don't look alike.
Yeah, Boy George had long hair. Here we go.
What?
Look at the one photo where the hair is coiffed over to the side. And it's long.
I don't know.
And he's
I don't-
got lipstick on. He's 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 Those lips have lipstick on them.
His?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm telling you. I know it. Well, that's special.
Yep, that's him. The ex-best friend's boyfriend.
Wow. I'm going to be nice.
Why?
I don't know. I was going to ask, do you think that they shared makeup? Like, did she ever, like, girl talk? And
I
did his
don't
makeup?
know.
Did he wear makeup back then?
Not that I know of.
Now you're thinking about it, aren't you? The coiffed hair.
This must be the band name.
What is it?
I can't say it, Kelly.
Say it. There's
But-
probably more
but
than one
it's
band member.
Fitting. It's fitting.
What is it?
I can't say it.
There's probably more than one band member. They're not going to know.
Well, I only see 2 guys in this picture, and he's one of them.
Okay, people. So
And I've
let's figure it
already
out.
said that he has the same name as your husband, so it would be very easy
Damn it.
for people to figure this out. They have an EP out.
What's EP? What's,
Like a song. They have a song out.
is that what EP is?
And I don't know what EP stands for, but when people release just like one song or something, like if it's not a single, I forget what EP stands for.
Do they play just like in their basement, or do they like go places?
No, they go play, but
People pay to see them?
I don't know that people pay to see them. I think that or like they perform at like a bar or like something like that, you know, like
So a basement garage band.
somewhere like, yeah,
Okay.
kind of like that. In Cleveland, they play, I think I went one time.
I have to see this music video.
I never watched it. I don't even know.
I'm going to fall down the rabbit hole later.
I don't even know.
I mean, you
if
don't
it
have to keep
ever
looking at
released.
it.
Well, I'm going to see if I can find a music video, but
Can we play it?
no.
Damn it. The people want to know. They just called in to the hotline
No.
that we don't have. Is that the dogs? Luna. Lunars.
And I don't even know that this band name was his band name back in the day. You know, I don't even know.
Right. Yes. Wow.
Well,
I think we're done.
all right.
I gotta plop these eyes out.
Yeah. It's been fun, guys.
Toodaloo.
Mother sucker.